Spock, do we have any information on the nearby planets?
Captain, the ship has detected no life of any form, but since this is uncharted space, it would be logical to assume that any form would be not of the Federation.
Good. Good job, Spock. Okay. Worf, are our combat strategies up to date?
Captain, phasers are on and battle strategies are ready. Wait, Captain? Captain! You know what? Who made you Captain?
Worf, calm down. Worf, calm down.
Who made
Scotty,
you Captain? I edit everything. You know that? What do you do?
Scotty, beam me out. Scotty.
Hey, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Ethan.
We're here to review the new epic Star Trek movie, Star Trek Beyond.
Yes.
So guys, what were your expectations going into this one?
I haven't watched a Star Trek movie in this series, the 2009. I forgot what year Into Darkness came out. What year?
2013.
I haven't watched that one.
Dang.
I watched all those when they came out. Nothing ever since. So I really had no memory of the Star Trek universe at this point. I had to reread all the synopses for the movies. But really, at the end of Star Trek Beyond, I don't remember having this much fun with a Star Trek movie because I love Star Trek Beyond. What about you guys?
I really was hoping that this movie would live up to the other ones.
You guys are way bigger fans than I am.
I loved Khan. And the last one, Benedict Cumberbatch, one of my favorite actors now, loved it. And I think it lived up.
Jonathan?
I was really happy with Star Trek Beyond. I must say, when the first trailer came out, I wasn't too impressed. I thought that it was too Fast and Furious-like and not enough. It didn't feel like a Star Trek movie.
See, that's more advanced than even me, because I didn't even watch the first trailer.
See, that's why you don't watch trailers.
Because I forgot how much I love Star Trek. If I remembered, I would have watched it.
Wow.
Anyways, now that I've seen the movie, I can definitely say that it does live up to the original two. I'm not sure if it's quite as good as those movies, but it was just so
on
fun
par,
to watch.
Yeah.
Jonathan, you keep using that phrase, it's so much fun, and I can't think of a better term to describe this movie.
Right.
It's just so cool. If you even like the idea of Star Trek, it's perfect for fans, I think, at least in my little body of a fan, it was perfect for me.
Alright, so let's jump into the plot of this movie. So, unlike the previous two Star Trek movies, this movie's rather contained. We start with the Enterprise and its crew stranded on a really weird planet controlled by this alien general called Krull, played by Idris Elba. I also want to give this movie props to its plot because it does feel different than the other Star Trek movies.
So something that this movie had differently than the other movies was Krull was not necessarily dangerous himself like Khan was, but he was more dangerous because he had the swarm backing him up and because he had other people to help him, which I think is a cool new direction that we haven't seen in the previous ones.
I agree. I liked Idris Elba as a villain, you know, great actor. Very imposing enemy. I thought he was great for the Star Trek franchise. I hope to see him again in the future, maybe.
Now, another great thing about this movie is its characters. I thought that all the cast had excellent chemistry.
Absolutely.
Especially on the focused relationship between Spock and Bones.
Yeah.
I really didn't see that
true.
coming.
Yeah.
When you talk about Star Trek, you think of the chemistry between Spock and Kirk, and
This one
I
was
think
different.
it was different because they had Bones in there with Spock and
And
stuff.
it was really cool.
And
Bones.
It worked out.
I love Carl Urban. I like Zachary Quinto. That relationship there is
Absolutely.
going to get me to buy
You
a
know what?
ticket.
I also appreciate the relationship between Chris Pine and Anton Yelkin.
Yeah.
And
that
it
good.
was really nice because that guy really just he left way too soon.
Absolutely.
yeah.
And it was just really cool that he got the spotlight in this movie. I think that's kind of weird that
Yeah,
he happened to go out on
He got
that
a little
note.
bit more spotlight than I think
Right.
he got in the other movies. Is that right?
Yeah,
I don't-
that's true.
As well as
Completely more.
Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, they mentioned him.
Ah,
They
yeah.
mentioned him in
Rest
the
in peace.
because he's in the canon somewhere. It escapes me a little bit, but they do mention the fact that he passed away, and that was nice.
And they,
I like
and
that.
they tied it into the plot as well.
It
I
works.
didn't expect
Exactly.
to see that. This movie has the best action, I'd say, out of the previous
It
two
had
films.
it had the most. I
The
think.
most action, and even though that J.J. Abrams had some really gritty, realistic, intense action, I felt like this was really flashy. It was fun. It was,
It was
big.
more Fast and Furious.
It was loud, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
loved to see
that's true.
Star Trek that way, and it was
Absolutely.
super cool.
I didn't even think of this movie in terms of how many acts it had. I thought of it in terms of how many action sequences it had.
Oh god.
And at some point, I lost count,
Oh,
and
yes.
that's awesome
Right.
That's
because I
amazing.
lost myself in how good they were.
So, Ethan, all things considered, what will you give Star Trek Beyond?
Well, like I said, I don't think I'm as big as a Star Trek fan as you guys are. I haven't seen the movies since they came out many years ago, but nonetheless, I had the most fun ever watching this movie. I think when I think back to the other ones, I had so much fun with this movie. Again, when you were talking about the crowd interaction, everyone was laughing. I remember I had my jaw on the floor with the action scenes. You looked at me at one point and you stared at me because I was just staring at the screen with my jaw on the floor. This movie had some awesome action. I love the cast and crew. They have awesome chemistry. If you like the idea of Star Trek, I'm pretty sure you're going to like this movie. That's why I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars.
Wow, nice.
I really liked it.
So I'm a very big Star Trek fan. I've seen a lot of the originals, the original movies, the original series,
Right.
and of course these movies. And I have to say, I really liked the second one a little more because it had my favorite villain, Khan, and it also had some of my favorite moments, which might be a little bit of a spoiler. But needless to say, this movie is not as good in my mind, not because it's just not as good of a movie, but because it's not exactly what I wanted out of the original series as the second movie was. So with that in mind, I'm going to be a little more lenient on it. I'm going to try to step back from my own personal views and look at it objectively. So I'm going to give this movie a 4.5 out of 5.
Ooh. So overall, I really enjoyed Star Trek Beyond. It was a fun ride, and I can't emphasize enough that that's the best way to describe this movie. It was really fun.
Just fun.
And out of all the Star Trek movies, I've never had this much fun watching them. However, just because it was really fun doesn't necessarily make it a better movie on a fundamental level. I enjoyed Star Trek Beyond. It had some of my favorite moments of the entire franchise. Keep your ears out for Beastie Boys. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yes.
It just had a lot of style. It was super fun. All the characters had great chemistry, which is why I'm going to give Star Trek Beyond a 4 out of 5 stars. So guys, how did you enjoy the review? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Make sure to let us know in the comments. Also, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. You can buy really crappy shirts like this one because John messed it up
Yeah, you can see the
on
borders.
cafepress.com/stubmasters.
If you want to...
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Alex.
I'm Ethan.
Have a great day.